is up, YouTube? It is TJ here, aka Lil Dude from across the street, and in today's video we're going to be looking at creating arena. Mainly just going to be looking at the issues that I have with this game / things they should have updated, added, and just mainly just overall the issues that I'm having with this part of the game this year so far. They haven't fixed anything in the patch. They mainly fixed some other stuff in the game, but I feel like the update patch should have been more to it, and that should have included some things in creating arena. Because I have some arenas that I'm ready to upload right now, or just ready to create so I can upload right now, but I can't do it because of some issues in the game. But let's go and get into it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, and let's go and just look at this real quick. And before I begin to create an arena, I do want to touch on this part real quick, just in case 2K sees this or a bunch of people have noticed this, but I'm a detailed person when it comes to arena, so I like details. Why are there LED lights on the crowd barrier on the Raw 2002 arena? And matter of fact, let me go into the mode so I can fully show y'all another thing that kind of irritates my skin about that arena. Oh, hold on. Alright, I had to smack Roman real quick. But really quick, why does the apron look so weird? Once again, I'm detailed, it looks low and it just looks weird. It also looked like this last year, but I don't think nobody really said anything about it. But back to the barriers real quick. Why? Just why? Why 2K? Why? But other than that, the arena looks great. My only issue is with older arenas and Titantrons. I wish Titantrons would show the actual match like how they did back then. I understand they're trying to keep everything updated to where it is now, but that doesn't really cut it, because I don't want to have a custom image on a big old Titantron. And at the same time with the Minitron, what's up with that? What's up with that orange little space right there? And then on top of that, the Minitron don't even look finished. It just looked like they just slapped some pieces on there and added some light and called it quits. And also really quick, once again, nerd fact, that wasn't an LED screen. This back part wasn't an LED screen, but these were on the sides. Once again, same thing with this Titantron up here. This wasn't an LED Titantron. You see the little light bulbs in it. But I mean, other than that little stuff, the stage looks great. And really quick, I know at the time they didn't have announcers by the ring, but they could have at least let us add the announcers, an announcers table spot on the bottom of the stage, on the bottom and front, like how it was in real life, and not just have none at all. To give it more of a realistic feel. And another thing I want to look at is the SmackDown 2002 arena. One thing I do like about this SmackDown arena in the 2002 SmackDown, they added the graphics package. I was so happy to see that, because I don't know why, that's one of my favorite SmackDown graphic package. That's one of my favorite graphic packages in the history of wrestling. And looking at the entrance real quick, this is just me. I don't understand why they added the LED lights to the ramp. Once again, detail. And real quick, the nameplate not showing the Titantron. That's also under my skin, even though it's on the screen for 3-4 seconds. It's just the principle of it. Dang, Roman, calm down. Alright, well, dang, bro. This is the second video. Alright, Roman, chill out. But anyway, once again, the ramp, I love that old school ramp. I love that ramp that they used from the late 90s when they first started using the ramp, all the way up until 2003 when they kind of switched it up with SmackDown a little bit. And if you look at the detail on the ramps of throughout the history of just wrestling, you notice a different style of ramps that they used. But real quick, this ramp didn't have LED lights on it at all. I understand that you wanted to add that feature, I guess, but it would have been nice, but still. And then the lights itself aren't even lined up properly with the LED light bulb. It's kind of down a little bit. It looks like it's coming from the bottom of it. My fault. It's hard to control this camera. But as far as stage lighting, they got it pretty good. But yeah, certain light bulbs, certain light beams are off. And really, that's really all. And once again, these weren't no LED screens, man. I'm once again detailed. That wasn't an LED screen. None of this had LED screens. It had a little projectors in the back showing off. And I also wish 2K would kind of add the feature of having the movie play during the match, like the arena movie played during the match, because realistically at the time they had the graphic packages playing in the back if you pay attention. But I'm happy that they added the lighting rig. The SmackDown lighting rig, it's not 100% accurate, but it's there. They got it. They got it on point when it came to the lighting rigs. It's not bad. I give them that. Ooh. And in the crowd. Now I'm not even gonna lie, this is kind of a hard. I like that. This is a hard picture right here. I like that. This will go good for a thumbnail. But yeah, you know, the rest of the arena is perfect. Honestly, the rest of the arena looks good. Not really much with it, but honestly, yeah, this is. I ain't in front. I gotta screenshot that, 'cause that's nice. All right, now let's get into creating the arena. Let's I'm gonna go ahead and go to arena that I already created. So the arena's already created was Raw 2005, SmackDown 2003, and WrestleMania 17. Really quick, I'm just gonna go to the WrestleMania 17 arena real quick, mainly because I just want to show it off a little bit of what I got so far. But I stopped like mid creation because of the turnbuckles. You know, I wasn't able to get the logo on the turnbuckle, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna finish it off whenever I get. I mean, not whenever I get, but I'm just gonna finish this part off whenever they update it and patch up that little bug with the turnbuckle. I already made this for last year. I made this last year, and they're you know, yeah, the logos look smooth and everything. Now, as far as this, my only issue with this is what happened to the lights around the Titantron, and as far as the lights on the header, why are they like bulbs when it was just like the little line of lights? You know, if you look at it in real life, the actual stage setting and how they had it in previous games, there weren't no big bulky light bulbs around it. You know, once again, like I said before, I'm a detailed person. Detail is kind of my thing. All right, now let's get into like an actual arena I'm just in right now. All right, but let's use this arena for a pure example of basically this whole video. So right now I made my own Pro Wrestling Japan arena. It's coming along pretty good. And the first issue I want to dig into is the lighting issues, and just lighting in general, how they can honestly make it better. So let me change my venue. First, we're just going to start off with venue lighting, and we're going to go to, of course, the outside stadiums, and we're going to change it to time of day preview. We're going to change it to day. Now, real quick, let me back up a little bit so you can see the whole arena. This is the arena at nighttime right now, and I'm about to switch it to day. It's not that big of a difference. It's like the day, you know, it's kind of like the day lighting looks more like it looks more like an evening type of lighting. And let me switch it to evening. Evening looks just the same, but just a little bit brighter. I do like that evening look though. That sunset look to it. It is kind of dope. I'm not even gonna lie. And also, maybe this is in just creating arena, but or creating arena, the preview part of it. There's no crowd here. You know, if there's no crowd here, it's like for right now I don't really too much care. But maybe in the match, maybe I'll check it out later in the match and see if the crowd appears. That's really the only lighting issue I can think of, honestly, when it comes to creating arena. It's just mainly the venue lighting. Otherwise than that, inside the arena it looks great. Of course, we have the different options to give it that different look on the inside with different lighting effects. And really quick, while we're on the subject of venues, they had the choice to add different venue options, honestly, because these are the same venue options as last year. And even before they added the outdoor stadium and the Thunderdome, before that it was just literally the same venues, and they added I think like 2 or 3, maybe 2 or 3 new ones, but it's been like the same venue for years. In other words, I feel like each year they could at least add at least 2 to 3. At least do that. If they're gonna add it, at least do it by small bit by bit at least. But in this case, ever since 2K20, even though it was a horrible game, that game did have a lot of creative stuff in there. Example like weapon skins, you know, different venues. You know, they could have had a whole list of venues. These are some venues that they could have added. From 2K19, they could have added the high school gym, like the actual high school gym, and not the one inside of creating arena, the high school parking lot. That would have been pretty good for like a small little indie promotion that you want to do and create an arena. Just create your own little indie universe basically in this game. Mexico Plaza, Japan Hall, and Japan Dome, they could have added those. I feel like I'm forgetting one, but I honestly don't think I am. And as far as 2K20, you know, WrestleMania 2029, the LA Hall, what else? The rundown high school gym, the baseball stadium would have been a perfect addition to create an arena, as well as the Winterfest Snow Arena, the one that they had in that little town. That would have been a good one to add in there. And as well as Riley's Flash Wrestling Academy, that would have been a good one. And also they had a DLC called the Originals, or the Originals DLC pack. You know, they could have added in what's the name of it? Overlord's Coliseum, the Scrapyard, the Southpaw Summer Breakout of 1987. That could have been a good one for WCW. Like, if you want to create a WCW arena from when they were in the pool, I think it was Florida, I think it was. The mainframe, Max, Headlock. I feel like they could have just kind of spazzed with the creation a little bit more. And last one about venues really quick. I wish we can get rid of this right here and have the options to choose our own lighting rigs. I remember doing this in a video I did about 2 years ago, or maybe last year when it came to 2K22, things I wanted in the game. just a little wish list video I did. I wish they would have added, I wish they would have had an option to get rid of this lighting rig, because whenever I want to create a WrestleMania 17, I don't want those big old lighting stands in the way. That wasn't, of course that wasn't like that at WrestleMania 17, so I don't want to create an arena. I just want to talk about details in the stage, mainly movies. I wish we could have got more movies. Let me fix the camera so you can like see the stage. So the movies this year, the only new one I see so far is the Japan Dome. Other than that, it's been the same with the generic ones that they have, like generic purpose. Once again, I feel like they could have added some more, and it's just also some unnecessary ones. Like, mainly unnecessary one is the floor session, because unless you want to create like a flower themed, I don't know, type of arena, do as you please. But I don't know what event you could possibly think of that. I do, however, wish they would add more custom movies, like generic purpose ones, like the Infinite Cosmos, It's Electric, the Japan Dome. I also wish they had the movie for that for the Mexican wrestling brand that was in My Rise. I wish they would have added that to create an arena. And same thing with LAW, if there is one inside the game file somewhere. I don't know. Maybe if there was one, then yeah, I wish they would have added that. And there's also no WrestleMania movie. This is the Backlash. This is the WrestleMania Backlash one. There's no WrestleMania movie. But yeah, as far as movies, I just feel like that's the only thing I wish they would have added and fixed and updated, was add just a little bit more movies. Also give us the option to have old movies. Like, let's say we want to do an arena with the old Raw graphics from 2002 to 2008 maybe. I feel like something like that should have been inside the game. If I wanted to create a 2002 SmackDown, I wish there was an option to have 2002 SmackDown graphics that they have in the game. Really quick, while we're talking about the stage, let's talk about the props real quick. Let me go set the camera up in a good spot. Let's talk about the props that they were basically, not to sound negative about it, but basically boasting and bragging about. We added 200 or 100 something so-and-so props. I gotta look at the tweet again. But it's not really much props you can add to this. Like, alright, the tree, maybe if you're doing some type of theme to a certain arena, maybe. The camera reset. Maybe, yeah. But as far as these props, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anybody's gonna use a treadmill, a wheelbarrow, a bar set, a recyclable trash can. Is that a lunch table? A couch, a buggy, maybe. I'm not too sure. Is that a shark or a dolphin? Look like a dolphin with something on it. A snowman, once again, maybe. I don't think anybody's gonna use these in their props. A combo dummy, come on, like these props, like, come on. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna add that on their stage, because the stage choices that we have, what can we do with those props? I'm gonna put it like this. I'm just not a fan of the props that they added. We cut it short, and it's not me complaining or being like, I just want to talk negative about 2K. No, it's not that. Some of these props they could have just at least look at some old footage. At least in some old games, and look at some stage set props, or props that were on a stage that they could have added. For example, a good one that a good prop is the electronic screen board that they would use for the flat stages. I also wish they had that option to have props work, as well as like the electronic screen. Like, I feel like they could have, they could have done something with that. As far as cars and Money in the Bank, yeah, they did good with that. The graveyard, if you want to create a WCW arena, that's not bad. But yeah, other than that, as far as the props, some of these props, a change machine, a coin machine from an arcade, like, once again, not complaining. It's like, really, like, come on now. I just felt like they were in office. What can we add to this to make this creative? A coin machine from an arcade. Once again, not talking negative about it. I also wish they had the option to add more stage set pieces. They added a good amount. Like, for example, this 2K one and the one from Raw. This whole stage set is from the new pieces that they added, except the stage, because it got that little. I think this was from the SummerSlam arena with the little LED arch. But yeah, that's really it. And really quick, let me pull up a Titantron. All right, let me move this right here. All right, so let's say I have a Titantron, right? And I don't want a movie or an image to show. Let me go to movies and lighting. And I wish there was an option for it. Where's the Titantron at? I wish there was an option for it, because it says always custom movie entrance, but custom in the match and on. I wish there was an option to where it would show like what's happening in the ring. Once again, a screen of what's happening in the ring. I want it to be like a video display of what's happening once again in the ring, kind of like how it was back then. And that's really it about that. That's all I can think of when it comes to the stage. Now let's get to the ring. And there's also this bug this year that won't allow you to put the image on every single turnbuckle, just the top one. And I think it's just the top one only on this one. Let me apply and then like let me upsize it a little bit. See, like I can only put that I can only put that image on the top turnbuckle. And I think it's like that for just that singular one. Yeah, the rest of them won't even be on there. It doesn't even show any of them on the rest of the turnbuckles. And that's something that I wish they could have added in that patch recently. But as far as anything else, I can't really think of anything else that I have issues with the ring part. You know, matter of fact, I just thought about it. When it comes to arena images, right? So, alright, so this PWJ logo right here, this is not in the game. This is something that I got from the creation suite, not creation suite, my fault, from the community creations. I just downloaded an arena and I use that mat as a template because I do want that logo in my arena because it is a PWJ arena. I can't find it. I can't find that picture on Google anywhere. I can't find the logo basically anywhere on the internet at all. So I'm probably just gonna have to go into Procreate and do it myself and then add it to community creation. But I wish they had more logos when it came to the brands. Like the BCW, that was a good addition to it, and that was like the only, basically non-WWE brand, non-WWE / ECW WCW brand that they have in the game that, you know, would kind of make use for the indie part that I want to do in my creation suite. But it's not much change when it comes to the logo choice, which is kind of understandable because when it comes to WWE logos, we're 9 times out of 10 going to get it from the creation, community creations. And this right here isn't creating an arena thing. This is just a create a superstar thing. I'm so happy they added more logos, just a little bit more logos in the design part, because it was sometimes I would kind of dread on going to community creations for some logos because some of them were I don't know, the quality just wasn't it. They added a few more logos and I'm happy about that. But as far as bugs, that's really all I have when it comes to bugs. When it comes to the ring area, I really think that's all I can think of right now. Oh, really quick, the announce table. Alright, so let's say I want to have 2 announce tables, and of course I want to add an image to the top of them. Whenever I go to image, add an image, it doesn't add the image on both of them. So like, let's say for example my WWE, WWF arenas, whenever I add the image, it doesn't go to both of them. It goes just to this one, and then sometimes it won't even show up. Like right now, it's not showing up. Like, ooh, zoom back in, zoomed out too far. Like right now, it's not even showing up at all. It's not showing up that I added an image to the announce table. It's very frustrating because that shouldn't even be an issue. But, you know, I'm not a game dev, but I feel like some of this stuff is just, I could probably learn on the first day how to fix a game on certain things. Once again, it's not me being negative or trying to down 2K or talk smack about them. You know, this is just my review. I bought the game, paid money for it, and, you know, I want to get what I paid for. And this is really all of the issues that's off the top of my head and that I experienced with creating Arena. If there's any more that you have experienced that I've not covered in this video, my apologies for that if there is any. But if there are any issues that I haven't covered in this video that you have experienced, go ahead and leave them in the comments. But other than that, you know, creating Arena is always great. Well, not always great, but you know, just some things they need to fix on it. And hopefully in the next update, and hopefully it won't be too long for the update. Hopefully 2K will fix this in the next update, add some more stuff in the next update, just basically kind of, you know, kind of boost it up and work on it a little bit more. Hopefully that'll be the next update. But go ahead and leave a like under this video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And once again, if there's something I haven't covered in this video, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I will see you on the next one. God willing, peace.